Hello and welcome to Elements of Tarot. My name is Aldana, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of a very beautiful deck that I haven't seen too much of online. It is the Hong Kong Garden Tarot by Julia Popescu, aka Snakes for Hair. Somebody, and I apologize, I can't remember exactly who, posted not a full walkthrough but a mention of this deck in their video, and the minute I saw it with the bright pink backs and the beautiful artwork, it's a collage style deck, I was very drawn to it, and I raced to snakesforhair.com to purchase a copy. I've been going a little bit back and forth with Julia. She said that she's getting close to selling out of her first batch, but she has like another couple hundred decks coming. They're shipping right now. So if you like this deck, you will be able to pre-order it on her website. I highly recommend it. What I love most about this deck is the, is the guidebook. But we'll go through that. That's the front of the box. So pretty. Nice sturdy box. Inside is also lovely, except mine came a little beat up, the inner cardboard here, but look how beautiful that is. I mean, come on. It's gorgeous. And then the cards sat right inside. I got copy number 71 of 500. Sorry for the glare. She wrote it in pencil, so it's a little hard to see. But anyway, trust me, it says 71. And then this is the her business card. This, I believe, actually was a Kickstarter. So these are either the leftovers or whatever, but I'm so happy I got a copy. So this is what I'm calling my perfect match bag. Here, okay, let me take the cards out. Oh shoot, you know what? I didn't put them in order. I'm so silly. I have a new camera, so I just kind of wanted to try it out, and I forgot to put the cards in order, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. But look how perfect. And then, so this is the guidebook. Look, it like kind of matches the blue there, and the gold, and the gold, and the pink, and the red. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. All right, so that's my bag. And I did buy the bag on Etsy, and I will put the link in my description below. So this is the deck. It has the most unusual lamination. So the front is very smooth. It's like a glossy. And then the back has that, do you know, like that scritchy kind of plastic that textbooks sometimes are covered in? Hardcover textbooks. Anyway, it's really cool. I love how sturdy the cards will be as a result. And it, you know, it shuffles well, and I think it's going to hold up really nicely. So these are the fronts. There are, let's see. So the cups are the cups. The wands are actually, hold on, it says in here, in place of the traditional wands of the tarot for the suits pip cards are what's known as Kao Chim, or Chinese fortune sticks, a form of divination in which flat sticks inscribed with text or numerals are interpreted, often at a temple altar. Only differing from that are the court cards and the ace, and those get the traditional page, knight, queen, and king. So those are the wands. Then we have the swords are nunchucks. And you can see they're very pippy, but that's okay. And what I love too is that the miners all get Chinese proverbs that kind of relate to the meanings of the different suits, the different numbers and stuff. Coins are coins. It's called jade coinage. The circle heaven is pierced by the square earth, signifying yin-yang polarity. There's so much to learn with this deck. It's quite amazing. It's a bibliography. The majors are stunning too. Look at these colors. They're perfect for spring. And that's like the inside of the box. We saw that earlier. Yep. I was born in Chinatown in the summer of 2024 during her art residency on Orchard Street. Okay, so we get the title, the keywords, general meaning of the Fool, and also what you see in the card, which I greatly appreciate. And then each major has kind of like a middle. There's like a break between each one. There's the Magician, right? So it's like a page and a half. And then you get this little kind of a break page with the illustration on the other side. It's a beautiful book rather. It's very easy to read. The font is a great size. And I love how she writes. It just makes so much sense. I looked up the other night about the Hierophant. And I really loved what she wrote about this. It was just a sentence or two, and it just made so much sense to me. Here. To break the rules, you must first know the rules. For today, go by the book and trust the teachers who come to you. So it kind of takes away from that religious meaning and, that any teacher would be helpful at this phase in your life. So that was cool. All right, so let's just go through the cards. As I said, I apologize. They're not in order, but you'll be able to see the whole deck. There's Death. Seven of Cups are beautiful teacups. And then the courts have something similar to what is being shown in the minors, but fancier and different. Five of Coins, Knight of Wands. I think this is some sort of, again, bone divination. The Knight and the Queen, I think, had the bones. Six of Coins, Judgment, Ace of Coins, Six of Swords, which makes sense, right? Because when you use the nunchucks, they're kind of slicing through the air, almost as if a sword would. So that makes sense. The Emperor, Two of Coins, the Chariot, Seven. I think these would look beautiful with any kind of botanical decks. I'm angling them down a little bit because there's a lot of glare from above. So hopefully it doesn't look too weird. Beautiful sun. You can see the texture on the back here. It's like, quick, quick, quick. What I appreciate in the wands is that she's numbered them. So you can, the number's down here, but I just like the way it looks with the numbers on them in the picture. Cups we've seen. There's our page. I think with an incense burner. I think I read that's what that was. The Queen of Cups has a bathtub instead of a teacup. I've only had this deck for maybe a week, and I love it. I keep reaching for it. 10 of Cups, King of Coins, King of Swords, Queen of Coins, the World, 7 of Wands, Knight of Coins, the High Priestess, 6 of Wands. This red color is so pretty, it just pops. Page of Cups, 8 of Coins, the Hanged Man, 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. She's beautiful. The 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 4 of Coins, 10 of Coins, cool looking devil there, the Fool, the Queen of Wands. Again, these are bones used in pyromancy, I believe, with fire, which makes sense for the wands. These almost look like matchsticks too, which I kind of like. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 9 of Coins, 10 of Swords, the Hermit, hiding behind her fan, the Star, 2 of Swords, the Lovers, very cool, the Moon, Justice with the feathers, the Magician, 8 of Cups, the Tower, Strength, the King of Wands with a cigarette, Temperance, Yin and Yang, that works beautifully, 9 of Swords, Page of Coins. I will say, you know, I don't know very much about Chinese mythology, but you don't really need to. Julia explains a lot in the guidebook. I've actually learned a lot just from the short time that I've been using this. So don't feel intimidated by that. It's a very readable and usable deck that's quite beautiful. And yeah, I'm loving it. I did a poll the other day, which included this card, along with, I believe it was the 10 of Coins and the 4 of Wands, and then this card, and I'm like, this is looking very White Lotus Season 3. I thought it was funny. It was a great pull. I'm obsessed with that show lately. 2 of Cups, beautiful golden cup for the king. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords with the 2 fans, and the 5 of Cups. So let's see, I don't know if I can show you how this shuffles. It's a little awkward for me because the camera's pretty close, but let's see. So the deck is actually, it's a little larger. Let me find my sample card here. Hold on. It's a little larger than standard tarot size. So it's like in between tarot and an oracle deck, I would say. But it overhands beautifully. You even get that satisfying scritchy sound from the backs. All right, well, the Wheel of Fortune popped out, so let's maybe read from the guidebook. Let's see what it says. Oh, weird, I just opened up right to it. So the Wheel of Fortune is the psychic circle. Cycles, fate, energy shift, luck. Carved into the stone of a Han Dynasty tomb is a chariot overlaid by a coiled serpent, which is synonymous with the wheel. Expressing this idea in the most graphic form is the Ouroboros, or snake biting its own tail, which is likened to the yin-yang, a symbol for dual aspects of a cycle. Integral to the nature of a wheel is that it rotates. What goes up must come down. In Taoism, the wheel also represents the sage, he who has attained the unmoving center, who can move the wheel without himself being moved, i.e., unuve, or non-action. Uruve. Uruwe? I'm sorry. I don't know. My glasses aren't great. Therefore, when considering the meaning of this card, remember that to choose the path of least resistance is sometimes the answer to your question. In times of calamity or confusion, do not force engagement, but rather regard your life with detached observation. Our narrative in the wheel of life and mystery of fate is not apparent until we step back. Adjacent to the meaning of the wheel is a circle, an emblem of the sun, which reminds us of the cyclical ways of all natural phenomena. Having no above or below or beginning or end, a circle is endless in its repetition, reminding us that we must release all attachments to our present circumstances, as they will ultimately invert. So that's the guidebook. And this has been the beautiful Hong Kong Garden Tarot by Julia Popescu, snakesforhair.com. You can see here's the website. Thank you so very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. My handle is the same, Elements of Tarot. And I hope that you all have a fantastic day. Thanks a lot. Bye.